Good evening, everyone, from Prestonsburg High School. Welcome to WPRG TV5's coverage of the 2022 All-A Volleyball Tournament. Consisting of 9 volleyball teams from across the 15th region. I'm Wayne Fugit, and I have joining with me tonight Kayla Van Hoos. Kayla, you want to tell the folks a little bit about yourself?
My name's Kayla Van Hoos. I'm the co-owner of Bluegrass Volleyball Academy and the director. We are a club team in Eastern Kentucky, and we've been trying to grow the game of volleyball throughout the region for the last 4 years.
Okay. Also joining us is Lee Boyd. Lee, it's good to have you along with us. So tell the folks about yourself.
My name's Lee Boyd. I've had kids through volleyball for about 8 years, and they're all graduated now, and I'm Kayla's flunky.
Good evening, ladies and
for
gentlemen.
VVA, and I just love it.
All right. Ricky Thacker, the principal here at Prestonsburg High School, is on the mic, and I believe right now we do have the national anthem.
Of our national anthem. Now let's meet the teams. First, for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Cavaliers of Jenkins High School. Number 20, Lindsay Anderson. Number 41, Jasmine Antonio. Number 14, Harlow Bates. Number 17, Aniston Olive. Number 99, Kate Profit. Number 22, Tristan White. Number 7, Nico Spears. Number 3, Delaney Johnson. Number 1, Kylie Tolson. And number 52, Hannah Dameron. The Cavaliers are coached by Michaela Briggs. And now for the home team on the scoreboard, the Prestonsburg Black Cats. Number 1, Allie Hamilton. Number 2, Sarah Brown. Number 3, Allie Garrett. Number 5, Kennedy Greer. Number 6, Logan Rice. Number 8, Carly Marino. Number 9, Kaylee Perkins. Number 10, Haley Klein. Number 11, Maya Burgess. Number 12, Heather Sally. Number 14, Weather Bryant. Number 15, Kendra Moreno. Number 16, Jade Hilton. Number 17, Kennedy Dixon. Number 18, Amelia Newsom. Number 19, Grace Miller. Number 20, Kaden Newsom. Number 23, Kaylee Hobson. The assistant coach for the Black Cats is Courtney Masters, and the head coach is Larry Hodge.
All right, folks, there's your lineups for tonight's opening round of the 2022 All-A Classic Volleyball Tournament. Again, Wayne Fugit along with Kayla Van Hoos and Dr. Lee Boyd on hand for you tonight.
And by WPRG,
guys,
we'd like to thank the tournament sponsor, Trinity Hose.
This looks to be a very good tournament, especially when you get into the second and third days of the tournament.
Yeah, whoever is going to win this game will play Phelps next in the beginning round. This is a play-in game of the All-A tournament. You got some pretty good draws here. It looks like Paintsville will face Martin County, which is a district opponent for them. Pikeville, Shelby Valley, the winner of this game, and Phelps. And then Eastridge and Betsy Lane, which will be an incredibly competitive game.
I agree with that. East Ridge and Betsy Lane's going to be a tough one. I think it'll be tight. See who comes out of that bracket. I think the winner of that game makes it to the championship.
I think you're right, Lee. It's going to be a close one. I think that this bracket is pretty well spread out, and I think that you'll see, you know, some pretty good games out of Pikeville and Valley, Paintsville and Martin County. You know, you're looking at a good tournament.
Yeah, I think the Pikeville Valley game is going to be a tough one. I think a lot of people are going to be expecting Pikeville to take over, but I think it's going to be tight, closer than what people are going to expect for that one.
I think so too, and you know, not to be biased or anything, but Valley's having quite a season so far, and you know, Pikeville's in what we would call a rebuilding year for this region. You know, they've won the All-A several times in the past few years, as we were talking to Wayne about it. I think that Coach Haley Hamilton's doing a fantastic job. I just think she's got a really young staff, and it may show come her game with Shelby Valley in the All-A.
I agree with you there. I think Paintsville's probably going to be the favorite for the whole tournament. Expectedly, they return a really strong team, pretty senior-laden team, so they're going to be a tough out for anyone. But the rest of the games, I think, are going to be pretty good.
I think so too. I think that, you know, if Paintsville advances on Martin County, that whoever wins out of Valley and Pikeville will give them a good game. It's not going to be just laying down and giving it to Paintsville, but they are, like you said, the favorite of this tournament.
I agree, and that would probably that semifinal game probably be one of the best games of the tournament.
We've got Jenkins serving first here. Delaney Johnson, number 3, with the serve. Grace Miller receiving the ball. I
believe the girls are feeling each other out to start the game.
Yep.
A lot of volleying going on, getting their legs underneath them. Kennedy Greer for a nice swing, a little bit long.
You know, I don't think that people talk enough about attack errors, Lee. You know, you can run your offense and it'll look great, but then it'll go out and, you know, what could have been a point turns into a point for the other team.
They'll kill you. A lot of people don't pay attention to those numbers, but attack percentage is it. You can swing all you want, but if you're not hitting positive, it's a long night.
Yep. You're just hoping the other team makes mistakes. So that point went to Peaburg, and they've got the serve here. Kennedy Greer up to the line. A nice ace for Kennedy Greer.
That was a hug of the line. Tight spot. Nice spot for that serve.
I think Jenkins thought it was out, Lee.
It was close. I can't argue from here with my old eyes.
No, not at all. I mean, that was a good call. I just think they were caught off guard by that serve hitting the line. That was a great spot.
A little short.
Another thing that we often talk about, Lee, on the sidelines is service errors. That will absolutely kill you in a game. You know, it's the equivalent of missing free throws in basketball for those of you at home.
Oh, my gosh, I agree 100%. I think any team, to be competitive, needs to be serving at 90% as a team. If you don't, you're going to struggle as a team. Those are freebies. If you can't get those across, you're just handing them to the other team.
Jenkins gave Prestonsburg a point here with an attack error. Sarah Brown up to serve.
Nice.
A killer serve. Ace Sarah Brown.
Nice serve from number 2. You know, I had Sarah in one of our spring leagues this summer, and she rattled off 8 or 9 serves a couple of games. She can get it going when she wants to sometimes.
I'm sure Prestonsburg is glad to have Sarah back. Immediately contributed this season. Oh, an overpass. Smack down.
Net violation number 1, yeah.
Yep. But they do not get the kill because it was a net violation on Jenkins. Little miscommunication on Prestonsburg, and Jenkins scores.
It's another thing in volleyball. Talking is so important amongst the teammates, and if you don't, it's hard to get everybody where they belong.
I think verbal communication is probably more important in volleyball than just about any sport that I've played or coached.
I agree, and sometimes getting some of the girls to talk is tough, which is amazing for me because when they're off the court, they never shut up.
Hey, you've raised teenage girls. You know all about that life.
Oh, yes. Prestonsburg's got a 6-3 lead in the serve here is number 1, Allie Hamilton is serving.
It's a great serve and an ace for Allie Hamilton.
And just as we were speaking about communication errors.
A lot of times, Lee, see, I'm looking at Jenkins' serve receive here, and a lot of times that 6 is not open. You've got your libero usually deeper there near the free throw line, but that gap is pretty wide there behind her. And if Allie can hit that every time,
I agree.
Probably going to see some good things for Prestonsburg.
In the net for number 1 on Jenkins.
That was a great set from 41, Jasmine Antonio. She actually played in our spring league too, Lee.
Awesome. You know, that's one thing I love about BVA. We got kids from all over the 15th region participating. It's
even
pretty
the 14th.
nice to see the game growing.
Yeah. Lots of effort from Jenkins right there.
Nice hustle for the libero, 99.
They got Prestonsburg out of system right here, but Maya Burgess still able to swing. Still waiting to see Jenkins run their offense. Maya Burgess with another swing, a dig from the libero. Antonio's getting the ball to her hitters. They're just not swinging. They are free balling, and that is a recipe for disaster. Prestonsburg swinging and a double. Nope, caught a carry.
I'm liking Jenkins libero. She's hustling and keeping the ball alive. Some of you may be wondering, why is there a girl on the court with a different colored jersey? Would you like to explain that, Kayla?
Well, in volleyball, and this hasn't been a high school rule for a long time, Lee. When I played, we did not have a libero. But it is basically a free sub, a free defensive player in the back row. She can run in or out for anybody in those back 3 positions at any time on the court. So those of you that don't know much about volleyball, substitutions are limited. You only have so many in a game. And so that, you know, gives you a little bit of strategy if you dress a libero.
It helps in substitutions good and keeps your best defensive player out there.
It does.
Well, you're talking. Burgess had another nice kill, and Prestonsburg is up 11-3, and Jenkins calls a timeout. See if they can get this thing slowed down.
Guys, these two teams, you talked about it being a play-in game. Neither team has really lived up to what they expected early in this season so far. I think Jenkins yet to pick up a win, and Prestonsburg has 1 win, I think, under their belt. So both have struggled a little bit, but you know, it's early in the season.
It is, and volleyball in high school is a very short season, Wayne, so it seems as if you're just hitting a stride and then it's over. Yeah. So 3 months isn't nearly long enough. I wish that it was a little bit longer for the girls. You know, packing 30 games into a couple months of play is kind of hard. You may not get your best out of those kids after the 3rd game they're playing that week. But I think that both of these teams have a lot of room for improvement, and they show effort, and they show that drive to get better, and that's really what matters.
Both of these teams are young. There's just one senior for Prestonsburg, and Jenkins just has 3. So it's a young, growing process for both teams. And Prestonsburg hitting that 6th spot again. Good call on that a minute ago. If they don't change a little bit, Prestonsburg may feast off that.
Got to be able to get the ball up on a receive. That's something that really in practice you got to focus on deliberately, is that serve receive.
That's a fundamental that, starting from whether you're 3rd grade volleyball or in college volleyball, that needs to be
a great kill by Maya Burgess, the only senior.
The only senior. Yeah, that serve receive needs to be fundamental every day. Even the level of UK, they work on it every single day in practice. Another miscommunication by Green. Prestonsburg is up 14-3. And Allie Hamilton is on a pretty good service run right now.
And another ace, Lee.
To the same spot. I just wonder how long before coach decides to turn around some of the players in the back and change that serve receive rotation a little bit.
Got to make a few adjustments whenever possible.
And the barrel comes back in, see if that'll help.
Now, we had somebody over here for Jenkins calling the ball, but I don't think one of the players trusted the other. You gotta let whoever calls it have it, and to develop that trust is hard to do.
Letting the person who calls it have it is tough for some of these girls who want to get everything, but it's necessary. Number 1 serve is a little long there, so we can break serve there for Jenkins, and they get their chance to serve again. 16-4 Prestonsburg, with number 7 for Jenkins serving as Hannah Dameron.
Swing and a kill
Nice
for P-Bird.
swing.
Weather Bryant putting that one down.
Weathers just stepped into the starting lineup for P-Bird this past week. Originally, she was not in the starting lineup, but she has moved in, and she's been getting usually 1 or 2 or 3 kills a set for Prestonsburg since
Those
she
are pretty
stepped
good
up.
numbers.
Ooh, nice serve.
That was a great serve.
Barely clearing the net. Good up. Like to see that. Like to see that attacker come back and attack that, though, instead of pushing over, because those are good first and second pass.
Well, when your libero is doing what they're supposed to do to set up your offense when you're out of system, then you as the hitter have to do your part and transition back farther and be willing to get that bump set from your libero if your setter gets the first ball.
Number 5, a transition for that one, and she had a nice put that ball down that time.
It was a great kill. And an ace.
Now number 11's feasting on the number 6 spot for Prestonsburg. It's Maya. I've watched Maya for past 6 years. She has a nice serve. She's pretty consistent. So if they don't shore up that hole there, they may serve out this game or this set.
Another great serve.
Free ball by Jenkins. See if Prestonsburg can do anything with that. Nice set by number 2 in the middle. Weather Bryant again puts one down.
She's got a great swing, Lee.
She's young. Last year, the first I have actually watched her play, and she's come a long way since last year. She's improved a bunch.
Now Maya is showing what she's best at, and she has always had a killer serve.
Yes, she does.
It's nice and low, and it drops, not deep, but pretty quickly.
She keeps it low to the tape.
Yep.
And one more for her. Prestonsburg up to 22-4.
What a great way for the senior to end this set, as if she could serve them out.
It's looking like she's going to.
Look at that hustle by that libero, Lee.
She's been all over the floor.
Katie Profit, she's a junior.
Jenkins decides to call their second and final timeout of this set. It's 23-4. They're going to see if they can slow Burgess down on her serving.
Guys, we've seen Prestonsburg run away with this first set. Momentum is big in volleyball, isn't it? That more so than any other sport that we cover. How do you explain the momentum in a volleyball match?
Man, that is so true. So many times you can watch a team take off like this. And if they don't pay attention the next game and let the other team get the momentum going, they can turn around sneaking around from you. Even if you're a less talented team, momentum carries you really far. Gets those juices flowing, gets competitive. What it does, it gives them hope. Even if you're not the best one out there, momentum gives hope. And if you got hope, you always have a chance.
True. And there's something to be said about knowing how to close out a win, too, Lee. A lot of times we've seen teams that aren't used to winning, and so they get close to this point, and you start giving away points you wouldn't normally, and then comes the hope that you talked about, and suddenly the other team's right back in that game. So anything can happen in volleyball. Just because it's 23-4 doesn't mean anything. It's a great advantage to Prestonsburg, but 1-2 mistakes and
they'll most likely win this set, but if they turn around and blow the next one, it's a completely new game.
Yep.
And unfortunately, I've seen it happen way too many times. And Bryant making another smart play there. Kept this one going. So 1 point to victory for the first set for the Black Cats. And
Oh,
Burgess
nice.
served it out. You called that one early. I believe that was 7 serves in a row for Burgess to end out this set.
All right, Prestonsburg up 1-0. We'll take a break and be back with more from the 2022 All-A Volleyball Tournament.
You're on the move every day. You're mobile, and so is Community Trust Bank. Now, you've got one-touch access to your accounts. No need to remember or update passwords. Make a deposit with a click, not a pen. No deposit slip and no line. And get that morning cup of joe without the hassle, without the wait. Community Trust Bank is dedicated to making your banking experience secure, fast, and easy. Don't wait. Go mobile with Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust.
With Gearhart Fiber coming soon to the city of Pikeville, you can work, play, chat, explore at the speed of light. Fiber technology delivers massive data to your home through strands of glass. HD video streams with no buffering. Websites load instantly. And games never lag, no matter how many devices are connected. Experience Gearhart Fiber coming soon to the city of Pikeville. Click gearhartfiber.com to find out more.
Appalachian Wireless has a plan to make your life simpler. It's called Forward Pay. No contract, no credit check, no problem. Plans start at $19.99 a month and include unlimited talk and text, or take it to the max with unlimited data plus for only $89.99, which has 50 gig of high-speed data. Because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Everything you love about TV and more. Live, recorded, on demand, all in HD. Plus, easily find and watch your favorite shows. Anywhere, on any device. Great for the entire family and easy to use.
Today, our homes are full of smart things.
Lights on.
And smart homes need smart Wi-Fi. Good thing there's Gearhart Broadband Ultra X Internet, powered by Plume Wi-Fi. It's the faster, smarter internet every home needs. Powered by Tri-Band Adaptive Tech, Plume Wi-Fi delivers optimum wireless performance for all your home's devices at a great low price. Get Gearhart Broadband Wi-Fi today and make your home smart things even smarter.
Back at Prestonsburg High School, the 2022 15th Region All-A Volleyball Tournament. Prestonsburg up 1-0. And guys, Jenkins taking plenty of time in this huddle. You mentioned, Kayla, that she may be changing her lineup.
It looks as if she did change her rotation. So she is discussing and using all 3 minutes of this intermediate time between sets.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Briggs is moving some players around on the court where they're going to be this time. It'll be interesting. We were talking about momentum ago. We'll see if Prestonsburg can keep up that momentum or if they kind of get a little lackadaisical and ahead of themselves. We'll see how set number 2 goes.
I'd love to see Prestonsburg having a good time. I hope that they just show some grit right here and continue to compete instead of seeing it as an easy win. Because we saw some hustle from these Jenkins players, so it looks like they got a lot of heart. They're capable of scoring on this Prestonsburg team. We just got to see it.
And they're all high school kids.
They are.
Most of them anyway.
Yeah. There we go.
Nice swing. Oh, just a little outside, but I still like that swing from Burgess. That was a nice aggressive attack.
It was, and it was a nice cut. Had that landed, that would have been a kill.
Number 41 serving for Jenkins, Jasmine Antonio.
We've got their libero back on the court, too. Good news for them.
I like her. I like Katie Prophet. She's scrappy. Prestonsburg libero just belling them, or setter belling them out by pushing it over.
Yep.
But it worked. We have Sarah Brown serving for the Black Cats. She had a nice little run in that first set. But Jenkins has changed their receive pattern. So let's see how it does. They put somebody in that spot that we were talking about. So that'll be interesting to see how that changes Prestonsburg's serve. And it kind of, I think, caught their server off a little bit. And
well, the 6 is the easiest place to hit when you're serving. So now you've got to move the ball elsewhere.
Nice up. Point for Prestonsburg there.
That was a free ball kill, Lee. You gotta have. Jenkins has got to move their feet to those balls because you cannot let free balls become kills on your side.
As a coach, that just crushes your heart when you see a free ball go for a kill.
There we go.
A nice up from number 7, resulting in a.
And that setter
point.
dump is a kill.
Yep.
Jenkins scores.
So Hannah Dammer had a nice up there, and the setter put it in the hole. Jenkins is up 3-2.
And she tipped that just over that block that was there.
You know, it's nice for them to figure out when there's somebody getting ready to block you on the other side. If you can just figure out how to put it around those arms, good things can usually happen. More miscommunication from Prestonsburg.
It was. That the reception from Grace Miller wasn't, it was a 2.
Yeah.
And we just didn't have our setter talking. And your hitter wasn't transitioned back to hit. She thought she was the setter. There we go.
That was a good set.
There we go. That's what happens when you're on your offense.
Swing was out. If the once again, what you just said, the word transition, you'll hear coaches talk about transition, and that's basically getting where you want to be. If 14 would have been transitioned back to her hitter spot, that would have been a kill for sure. But because she hadn't transitioned back, she had to hit the ball behind her head, and when you hit it behind your head, it's going out.
Well, let's elaborate on that a little bit, Lee. Transitioning back for almost everyone means being behind the attack line. And the attack line is that line across about 10 foot of the court there on each side. So if you see that hitter ahead of that, they're probably not taking a good swing on that ball.
They're usually in the wrong spot.
Yep, unless they're running quick sets.
There you go. Burgess was exactly where she needed to be and had a nice swing. Just a miss hit by number 22. A lot of people think in volleyball you just have to transition once the ball comes onto your side once, but you actually transition every single the ball's touched on your side. So there's 3 separate transitions when the ball's on your side.
Well, and you're moving up and off, up and off, up and off.
Setter dump from number 2, but Jenkins wasn't fooled on that one.
I'd like to see us go away from that setter dump and run an offense and swing. See, there you go.
Swing by number 14, Weather Bryant. Resulted in a kill for Peaburg.
So we talk about the setter dumply, and in long volleys, that works because you're getting people kind of out of rhythm. But if you're just choosing not to run your offense, you're basically giving a free ball to the other team. And most other teams can dig that ball. You want to try to set and hit every time you possibly can.
I agree. I think 1, 2 setter dumps a max a set is the most, because really you're trying to trick them when you do a setter dump.
Yeah, they have to be well timed.
And it has to be where you look like you're still setting the ball, and if you just kind of free ball it over, it's usually not going to do anything but give the other team a free ball. You know, it'll be interesting here because Burgess had a big role to end that last set on serves, and her first serve was an error, and it's given Jenkins a little hope that we talked about earlier. We'll see
Now
how
Jenkins
this goes.
is playing better this game. They're up 2. It's 7-5 Jenkins.
Jenkins is up 2. I think Prestonsburg's kind of taking it a little off this set after the last one seemed easy for them. I hope they'll get back to being a little more serious about it, I believe, because if not, it'll usually end up biting you in the rear end. Good up by number 11. Nice set by Allie Garrett. Nice swing by Greer. And
what effort from that libero. You know, had that basketball goal not been there, that was a recoverable ball, Lee.
That Katie Profit has been all over the place. Absolutely. If those goals, and that's another thing I really wish we would see the goals be removed for volleyball season, because it just really gets in the way, and that would have been a playable ball if they could have got over.
It would have, and there's a whole lot of upside to Katie Profit. She's got some star quality about her. She's really a good passer. She doesn't let anything hit the floor that's near her.
Nice swing by Lindsay Anderson with Jenkins. Kill.
So you just can't get comfortable. And now we forced Coach Hodge to call a timeout for Peaburg.
Momentum has shifted. For sure. You know, each coach gets 2 times out per set, and that's generally what I think the timeouts are best for, is not to really coach your team, but it's to try to stop that momentum. And it looks like Jenkins players are starting to feel it with the music going on. Got a little dancing going on over in their huddle. I like seeing that smile and having fun.
Yeah.
Like they've got the momentum on their side. Let's see if they can ride that momentum. If they do, we may end up getting to go to 3 sets tonight. You know, high school usually plays the best out of 5 sets, but for the tournaments, they just play 3. So,
I mean, it's really anybody's game at this point, Lee. Prestonsburg has got to go all gas, no brakes if they want to close this one out. Because we talked about not being a team that's not used to winning a lot of games, so you can't let up when you are winning the game. You gotta have control the entire time.
I agree. When you let that momentum, you let go of the rope.
Yep.
Bad things happen. But Jenkins looks like they got a little pep to their step and some smiles. I like to see that going on. We'll see if they can ride it to force a set 3. Nice swing by Greer.
She actually passed that ball up but worked with it anyway, so that was some good hand movement on her part.
I like Greer's game. She's aggressive, and sometimes you just need to have that aggressiveness about you to make things happen when it's not going well. So we've got Grace Miller, Prestonsburg's libero, serving, and
Jasmine Antonio in the net for Jenkins. Now we got a tie game. So let's see if Prestonsburg can take control right here. I do think that Prestonsburg may be the more seasoned, skilled team. But like I said, when you're not used to winning a lot of games, you have to take control and keep it. But I think that they are in a good position to win this second set.
I agree. If they can kind of pull it back together, which they have the past 3 or 4 points here, so we'll see if they can ride it and in this game tonight.
And these are some highly talented kids. You know, we've seen almost all of them in some capacity at BVA. And a nice block right there. Allie Hamilton doing what Allie does best.
Number 1, Allie Hamilton. I tell you, she's just a freshman. Folks, I'm telling you, in 3 years, she's going to be a beast. She's got some nice hops to her.
She's got that length, too. She looks like a volleyball player.
Missed time that swing. There's that transition we was talking about, but said she's just a freshman. She's going to come along nicely.
That set was a little low, too. When somebody's that long, if they don't know they're running a quick set, you got to put some height on it. Ooh, a service error for Jenkins.
Long.
You know, this may be the momentum in the season that Prestonsburg needs. You know, they got that win against McGoffin. If they get this win against Jenkins, that, you know, things might start looking up for them.
It's a good draw. They'll be facing Phelps if they win this one too. So that's another good opportunity for them.
It is. So they've got some advantage here in this bracket.
Now that's a nice swing from number 1. The youngster is showing up here in this set. Yeah, when you look at the bracket, Prestonsburg got a pretty favorable draw, and Jenkins for whichever team comes out of this group, because the top bracket with Paintsville, Pikeville, and Shelby Valley is pretty loaded.
Yeah, it's top heavy for sure.
A little short. So Prestonsburg's gone up by 2. We'll see if they keep that momentum or if Jenkins tries to grab it back. A little short on the serve.
Jenkins needed that one, and that's unlike Jasmine Antonio. She rang off several for us in this summer league, so maybe just misjudged a little bit.
Misjudged. Sometimes the pressure during a tournament game is for both teams. Getting a win in the All-A is something they would like to put in their hat. Oh, just a little short. That was a tough ball to get to for Burgess. If she could have got it over, it would have been a heck of a play.
Yeah, she was trying to work with it, and you saw she was trying to just scoot that over the net to that 4.
Yeah, she was all the way up against the judges' stand to get that ball.
Yeah, it was a nice effort on her part. That worked out for Prestonsburg, but we had a little bit of miscommunication, and that's what we talked about. You can collide and get hurt pretty badly in volleyball if you're not talking the whole time you're playing. Prestonsburg getting better throughout this set, and they've gained some ground, but I would like to see them firing on all cylinders right here. They have a great opportunity to do it.
Nice serve by Hamilton.
Good set.
Well, that was a good set by 52.
It was.
It's not time to dump it, but it worked.
Yeah, it did work.
That's when the coaches say, "Oh no, no." Okay, good. It's like when you're 6'10" players shooting threes.
Yeah, how do you
no,
get mad if
no,
they make it?
No, they
Right.
made it. So Hamilton is still on a roll. She served about 4 or 5 in a row now, and kind of creating some separation for Prestonsburg. That was a nice setup. That you just saw that watching it. That was smooth. It was a good pass, nice
kill.
set, and Burgess just hammered it down.
She got up on that ball too, Lee. That's about the best she's looked this game.
That was a nice swing. You would take those all day.
Prestonsburg's looking good.
Oh,
Okay, 52 with the hustle and save the ball.
it's a free ball. Let's see if Prestonsburg can use it. Back to Bryant. Nice swing.
dig.
Oh, tried to do the dump, but you had the middle there covering it.
Nice block.
Hamilton is still on a roll serving.
Weather Bryant's had a great game. Just a sophomore.
She's another young one that's, like I said, just got into the lineup this past week, but she's making use of her time. She's not wanting to relinquish it. So Jenkins has the serve back here, and we have number 14, Harlow Bates, serving, and it's
right on the line with it.
Right on the line. That's hard to judge. You hate to be the person that's standing on the back row that has to make that decision. Do I go for it, or do I let it go? And that time it was the wrong decision. Those are tough. As a coach, you can't get too mad at those. Oh, those net crawlers are always tough because once they crawl over, you never know which way they're going to go.
And Burgess had a nice dig up from it, but it just got everybody kind of off kilter.
Once it hits the net, and just rolls down like that.
Everybody's on their heels then. They're like, oh.
You're moving backwards, and all of a sudden you got to go forwards really quick, and it's just tough to get to.
Prestonsburg still got the lead right here, 17-14.
But Jenkins has rattled off 2 or 3 in a row here. See if they can make it a game again. It's a nice serve. Good up, but I'm like you. I'd like to see Prestonsburg run that offense on those.
Ooh.
Just a little long on that swing. She caught the ball behind her head.
She did, and didn't jump, and that matters. You got to. None of us are 6'5". We got to jump to get that angle on the ball. I wish I was 6'5". Oh.
Well, Burgess has uncharacteristically not served well this set. The first set she had about 8 in a row. Both times we've had errors this set. It's keeping Jenkins in it.
You could have some fatigue. She's had a couple of kills, some hard swings. She served those last set.
Well, Prestonsburg is out of system. Let's see what happens. They had a nice block from Weather Bryan again. You're right. She's having a heck of a game.
She's just working the net, Lee. That was working her into varsity was a great move by Coach Hodge.
It has seemed to pan out quite well. So we have Allie Garrett, number 3, the setter, one of the setters for Prestonsburg serving, and she caught that a little bit in front of her.
19-16, Prestonsburg's up. Jenkins has the ball, serving.
We have number 17, Aniston Oliver, serving for Jenkins. She just missed the ball on that. Kind of like a foul ball. Sometimes you wish you could have those over. So that gives the serve back to Prestonsburg with the libero, Grace Miller, serving for Peaburg. She had a nice little run first set. Prestonsburg needs 5 points to close out this set. See if they can create a little separation.
Great serve by Grace Miller.
Great serve.
An ace.
Nice. I believe she's wanting to take care of business and not go 3 sets.
That is a great decision on her part. You know, I think overall Prestonsburg has played pretty good. They've got some upside as a team, and this rotation they're in is pretty decent too. A free ball. A bump set, and we're going to swing.
Nice swing from number 20. Prestonsburg got some fingertips on it, slow it down, got them a little bit out of system. Number 99 again, keeping it alive. I tell you, she is
credit
all
her for
over
the
it.
save. Out.
Oh, nice swing by Greer, just caught it behind her head a little too much. So Jenkins still has some hope of going to 3 sets for this game. We got number 20 for Jenkins serving. Lindsay Anderson. Some nice serve. She got some kind of different spin off that ball when she hits it, so it makes it tough to handle. Wow, nice save by Greer. All the way off the court and getting it back across at that angle is tough.
Jenkins is not laying down right here, though, Lee, and you almost expected them to kind of just let it go at this point.
Yeah, they're not quitting. They're not laying down. I like to see that. Staying mentally tough even though things aren't going your way, and it worked out. Prestonsburg had another nice swing. It was just a little long. So Jenkins is keeping it within striking distance. Another nice serve by Anderson. Nice set by Garrett. And nice swing by Hamilton. Nice swing.
A nice kill by Allie Hamilton. That's just a great play right there. Prestonsburg looks good when they're in their offense, Lee.
In system is looking really good. When you get out of system, sometimes a little discombobulated going on. Prestonsburg's got 3 points to set. Greer serving. Let's see if Jenkins can do something with this. A little bit of overpass on a tough up, but Jenkins kind of got lost and didn't talk. Prestonsburg's looking to push 2 points and close this out.
Kennedy Greer serving, and a service error. Hit Sarah Brown right in the back of the head, Lee.
I'm sure she will hear about that when the game's over. Keeping Jenkins alive.
And listen, Jasmine Antonio's got a good serve. Let's see what she does right here. Oh.
Again, miscommunication. There's a okay swing, but nobody just kind of went to the ball, just kind of watch it. So they're running the libero back in really quick.
And they're flipping that defense to where it should be, 1 deep and 2 up instead of the other way around.
That's working out much better for them. Sarah Brown here for a set point.
A great reception by Katie Profit.
I think Maya Burgess is wanting to take this game home with that swing and just kind of go a little bit over aggressive. That's all right. I like it. I'd much rather see an aggressive swing than being timid and out of system. Haley Klein for a swing. Let's see what Jenkins can do. It's a little short. Prestonsburg will take this opening match home to advance in the All-A Classic.
And with that,
it's a great win for Prestonsburg.
move on to the quarterfinals of the
Prestonsburg will face Phelps.
Please come out tomorrow.
Guys, what is the schedule for tomorrow night here from Prestonsburg High School, as we've got 1 out of the 8 games completed right now?
So the first game is Paintsville versus Martin County at 6 o'clock. And then the second game tomorrow night is Pikeville versus Shelby Valley. And that, I tell you, I think that might be one of the most exciting games of the tournament we'll see.
I think it'll be a war, Lee.
And it will continue again on Thursday night as well.
Thursday night is Phelps and Prestonsburg comes back on Thursday, and then East Ridge and Betsy Lane, which is going to be another tight game. So both second, actually, most of the games should be pretty competitive the next 2 nights. So this is going to be an exciting tournament.
And you can catch it right here on WPRG TV5. We're bringing you the entire tournament live on TV, Facebook, YouTube, and our website, WPRG.tv. Guys, appreciate you coming by and look forward to seeing you again tomorrow night for some more action here from the 2022 All-A Classic Volleyball Tournament.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, I enjoyed it.
All right, I'm Wayne Fugit. We'll see you tomorrow night from Prestonsburg High School. Thanks for tuning in.
You're on the move every day. You're mobile, and so is Community Trust Bank. Now, you've got one-touch access to your accounts. No need to remember or update passwords. Make a deposit with a click, not a pen. No deposit slip and no line. And get that morning cup of joe without the hassle, without the wait. Community Trust Bank is dedicated to making your banking experience secure, fast, and easy. Don't wait. Go mobile with Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust.
Appalachian Wireless has a plan to make your life simpler. It's called Forward Pay. No contract, no credit check, no problem. Plans start at $19.99 a month and include unlimited talk and text. Or take it to the max with unlimited data plus for only $89.99, which has 50 gig of high-speed data. Because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
With Gearhart Fiber coming soon to the city of Pikeville, you can work, play, chat, explore at the speed of light. Fiber technology delivers massive data to your home through strands of glass. HD video streams with no buffering. Websites load instantly. And games never lag, no matter how many devices are connected. Experience Gearhart Fiber coming soon to the city of Pikeville. Click GearhartFiber.com to find out more.